My name is Abby. I am going to review the Friday Pattern Company Collins dress and top, and I've done both. I'm wearing the full length dress right now in the high back version, and I made the top in the low back version, and I'll give my thoughts on those. This is just going to be a real quick review in case you're interested. My sewing skill is intermediate as far as garments go, and then I think this is geared towards like confident beginner, so I would agree with that. Size wise, this is where I went wrong, because when I bought the pattern I printed it right away, super eager to make it, and then life, I made a size too big. And I'm realizing now, in going through my notes and preparing for this video and thinking about all this stuff systematically, I couldn't figure out what I did wrong with the top and why it fits so differently than this dress. This dress is a little too big for me, but it doesn't look like it. This is a little high, but it's not uncomfortable. I think it's the fabric choice that helps with that. The fact that it's a knit, it doesn't really matter that it's too big. The problem that I ran into with the top is that I did the low back version. It's too big and it's a low back, so it just didn't really have the support and just kept falling off the shoulders. However, I discovered when I tried it on for the video that it looks good over this dress. So the notions are very simple. It's just thread, ballpoint needle, and elastic for the shelf bra. And I just used the fold over elastic that you use for underwear that Chelsea used in the tutorial that she made for YouTube, which was an amazing tutorial, and she did a great job. I mean, fantastic. And make sure you get the right fabric with the right amount of stretch. They have the little guide there. The optional clear elastic that Chelsea uses in the tutorial, I did not use, and I'm not having a problem with it. But again, this dress is just a little bit too big for me, so I'm not really putting a whole lot of strain on the seams, I guess. Now, the yardage requirements are just like any other fabric, any other pattern where there's some leeway. So for the large to double XL, it says 2 1/3 yards. I only had 1 3/4 yard of this fabric, and I made it work with 1 1/2. And that was by duplicating the pattern that you're supposed to cut on the fold, laying the fabric out flat, making sure I stayed in the same direction, proper direction for the grain, and straight of grain. Why don't words work? And then I was able to fit in that amount. Now that takes up a lot of space. You have to fold it all out, but you can make it work if you're like really stuck on a certain fabric, which there was. I love this one so much. Then there's the little section on working with knits, and I really appreciate that. I've worked with knits before, but it was a really long time ago, and I got frustrated because I didn't have the right guidance. I have been working primarily with linen for the last couple years for my personal wardrobe. Yeah, I was a bit hesitant to work with knits, and I do have a serger, so I was like, well, why don't I just use a serger? But the instructions are set for you to not use a serger. Of course you could if you want to, but if you do the zigzag the way that she tells you to do it, it works perfectly. So yeah, I was really grateful for that. That was wonderful. skip the sewing clear elastic because I didn't do that. I just didn't have it on hand. And I got to reduce friction in order to make things happen. Now here's the page that I fell in love with. All right, whatever. I'm a dork. I don't care. It's the summary. It's the sewing steps overview. And it's 12 steps that basically outline the next several pages of very detailed instructions. And I like that it's there first. I went ahead and read through it, but I didn't really need to highlight anything because she did it for me. So it's fantastic. So great. So while the ease of putting it together was there, the longer dress just took longer to make because there are a lot more seams and you are doing a zigzag, so it takes even longer than a straight stitch. And then the hem, oh, the hem, I wish I had done shorter. It's just, it's tedious, that's all. And then when I did the top, it came together so much faster, and then I was like all bummed out because I didn't fit it because it was falling off of me. Yeah. Okay, well, it's pretty much like I don't even need to go over the instructions. The one thing that you may not have done is the burrito method to put the shelf bra in. So that's one of the methods to do, so you don't have to do any binding or facing for the collar and the armscye. And it's really quite a lovely, nice, smooth way to finish a garment, and I really enjoyed it. So it's weird. Whatever, I like burritos. So the way that she explained it in the tutorial was really good if you are having trouble making sense of it in the instructions. But I didn't have trouble because I've done it before, but it was a long time ago. So yeah, wonderful, love it. It came together really well. The fold over elastic, the underwear elastic, I'm really glad I went with that. I've had this since February, March, so I've had it for a couple months now, this particular dress, and I've worn it doing a lot of things. So I need to make more things because I have to wash it sometime. I think that's it. I mean, see how like it is so easy. It's so fast. So thanks for stopping by. Hey, look who woke up. Hi, sweetie. I had fun. I haven't talked about sewing for a while out loud. So this whole process was, I learned a lot. And so anyway, I hope that this review was helpful. I'm going to do more. I have more from Friday Pattern Company. Sew Liberated is coming up. I got 2 of those, and then Sew House 7, I've got several. So yeah, I don't know. Bye.